Have you ever stood in front of your fridge, staring at a mix of carbs, proteins, and fats, wondering which combination could finally unlock the door to better health, more energy, and that ideal weight you've been chasing? Today, we're diving into the showdown between the Zone Diet and the Keto Diet, two powerhouse approaches that promise transformation, but in wildly different ways. We'll break down their macro ratios to see how they stack up calorie for calorie, explore the perks that could supercharge your daily grind, and tackle the hurdles that might trip you up along the way. Stick around because by the end, you'll have the insights to decide which one fits your life like a glove. Welcome to the Healthy Start channel, where we make wellness simple and achievable. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for Healthy Start and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on tips that could change your routine for the better. Let's start by painting a picture of these diets in action. Imagine waking up to a breakfast that fuels you without the crash. That's the essence of both, but they take divergent paths to get there. The Zone Diet, crafted by biochemist Barry Sears back in the 90s, isn't about extreme restrictions. It's about balance, like a well-tuned engine running smoothly on the right fuel mix. Sears envisioned a way to control inflammation through food, turning meals into tools for hormonal harmony. On the flip side, the Keto Diet, short for ketogenic, flips the script entirely, drawing from medical roots in treating epilepsy but exploding in popularity for weight loss. It pushes your body into ketosis, a state where fat becomes the star energy source, burning through stored reserves like a furnace on high. To truly grasp how they differ, we need to zoom in on those macro ratios, the building blocks of every bite. Macros, or macronutrients, are the carbs, proteins, and fats that make up your calories. In a standard American day, you might grab a bagel for breakfast, a sandwich at lunch, and pasta for dinner, tipping the scales heavily toward carbs at around 50% of intake, with fats at 35% and proteins at 15%. But the Zone Diet shakes that up with a precise formula: 40% carbs, 30% protein, and 30% fat. Think of it as dividing your plate into thirds, one for lean proteins like grilled chicken or fish, another for healthy fats from avocados or nuts, and the largest for colorful carbs from veggies and fruits, with a sprinkle of whole grains. This isn't random, it's designed to keep blood sugar steady, avoiding the spikes that lead to cravings and fatigue. For a 2,000 calorie day, that means about 200 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, and 67 grams of fat. It's approachable, letting you enjoy a stir-fry with quinoa, broccoli, and tofu, or a salad topped with salmon and olive oil dressing. The beauty lies in its flexibility. No food is off limits as long as it fits the blocks. Sears' system of measuring portions to hit that golden ratio. Now, contrast that with Keto's bold stance: slash carbs to a mere 5 to 10% of calories, crank fats up to 70 to 80%, and keep proteins moderate at 15. On the same 2,000 calories, you're looking at just 25 to 50 grams of carbs. That's less than what's in a single apple or slice of bread, paired with 150 to 200 grams of fat and 75 to 100 grams of protein. Meals revolve around buttery steaks, cheese-laden omelets, and creamy sauces, with greens like spinach or kale sneaking in for balance. The goal: starve your body of glucose from carbs, forcing it to tap into ketones from fat breakdown. It's like switching your car's fuel from gas to diesel, efficient for some, but it requires a total overhaul. Where Zone lets carbs play a supporting role, Keto banishes them to the background, making every meal a high-fat adventure. This stark difference in ratios isn't just numbers on a page. It reshapes how your body processes energy, from the steady hum of Zone's balanced intake to Keto's dramatic shift into fat-burning mode. As we transition from the nuts and bolts of macros to the real-world wins, it's clear these ratios aren't arbitrary. They drive the benefits that could redefine your health journey. For starters, the Zone Diet shines in its anti-inflammatory prowess. By capping carbs at 40% and emphasizing low glycemic options like berries over bananas, it keeps insulin levels in check, reducing the silent inflammation linked to everything from joint aches to foggy brains. Studies back this up. Participants on Zone often report sustained energy, like cruising through a workday without the 3 p.m. slump that hits after a carb-heavy lunch. Weight loss comes steadily, averaging 1 to 2 pounds per week, because the protein keeps you full, curbing those midnight snack raids. Heart health gets a boost too, with improved cholesterol profiles. Think higher good HDL and lower triglycerides thanks to the monounsaturated fats from sources like almonds or olive oil. And for those juggling busy schedules, Zone's inclusivity means you can adapt it to family dinners or office potlucks without feeling like an outsider. It's not just about shedding pounds, it's about feeling vibrant, with better sleep and sharper focus as bonuses. Keto, however, storms in with rapid results that can feel almost magical. In ketosis, your body torches fat for fuel, leading to quick drops on the scale, often 5 to 10 pounds in the first week, much of it water weight from depleted glycogen stores. But the benefits deepen. For blood sugar control, it's a game changer, slashing insulin needs and stabilizing levels, which is why it's popular among those managing diabetes. Imagine ditching the energy roller coaster for a steady burn that powers you through workouts or long meetings. Mental clarity often surges, dubbed keto brain, where focus sharpens like a lens coming into view. Heart markers can improve too, with some seeing drops in bad LDL particles and rises in protective ones, especially when fats come from quality sources like grass-fed butter or fatty fish. And appetite. It plummets a high-fat signal satiety to your brain, making portion control effortless. For folks who've struggled with other diets, Keto's black and white rules provide structure, turning vague goals into tangible victories. Yet, what if these benefits come at a cost? That's where the challenges enter the fray, testing your resolve in ways that macros alone can't predict. With Zone, the precision can feel like a double-edged sword, measuring every meal into blocks, where one block equals 9 grams of carbs, 7 grams of protein, and 1.5 grams of fat. Demands planning, like prepping lunches the night before or scanning labels at the grocery store. For someone used to grab-and-go eats, this structure might chafe, leading to frustration if life gets hectic. Carbs at 40% include plenty of fruits and veggies, but if you're a bread lover, dialing back might spark initial cravings, though they fade as hormones balance. Nutrient gaps could sneak in if you skimp on variety, potentially shorting fiber or certain vitamins, but that's mitigated by the diet's emphasis on whole foods. Long-term adherence. It's solid for many, but the lack of dramatic early wins might discourage those seeking quick motivation. Keto's hurdles hit harder and faster, often in the form of the infamous keto flu. As your body adapts to fat dominance, usually in the first week, symptoms like headaches, irritability, and fatigue can strike, mimicking a bug that's tough to shake. Why endure this? The ultra-low carbs demand vigilance. A single banana could boot you out of ketosis, requiring constant carb counting that feels exhaustive. Social scenes suffer too. Think navigating a barbecue where buns and beers are everywhere, opting instead for bunless burgers or zero-carb drinks. Nutrient deficiencies loom larger here. Without ample carbs, fiber intake drops, risking constipation or gut issues, while electrolytes like sodium and potassium need boosting to avoid cramps. For women, hormonal shifts might disrupt cycles, and long-term questions linger about kidney strain from high proteins or bone health from acidity. Weight regain is a real threat if you slip back to old habits, as the diet's restrictiveness makes sustainability a battle for many. Diving deeper into how these play out daily, consider the macro ripple effects on your plate. Zone's 40303 split encourages creativity. A smoothie with yogurt, spinach, and a handful of oats blends seamlessly, providing that carb cushion for workouts without overload. It aligns with intuitive eating once you master the blocks, fostering a lifelong habit rather than a temporary fix. Keto, meanwhile, transforms fats into heroes. Think bacon-wrapped asparagus or cauliflower mash swimming in cheese, indulgent yet effective for curbing hunger. But the fat focus can backfire if quality slips, or relying on processed meats over avocados might spike inflammation, countering the diet's aims. Benefits extend beyond the mirror, touching on broader wellness. Zone's balanced approach supports athletic performance, with carbs fueling endurance runs or gym sessions, while proteins aid muscle repair. It's forgiving for vegetarians, swapping meat for beans or eggs without derailing ratios. Keto excels in metabolic resets, particularly for insulin resistance, where fat adaptation rewires your system for efficiency. Some swear by its anti-aging perks, with ketones potentially protecting brain cells, warding off cognitive decline. Challenges demand strategy to overcome. Zone's measurement might overwhelm beginners, but apps simplify tracking, turning it into a game. Cravings. They subside as satiety builds. Keto's adaptation phase calls for patience, bone broth and supplements ease the flu, while meal preps prevent slip-ups. Socially, both require mindset shifts. Zone blends in easier at gatherings. Keto might mean bringing your own fat bombs. As we weigh these elements, patterns emerge. Macros dictate the foundation of Zone's equilibrium versus Keto's extremes, influencing everything from energy flow to meal enjoyment. Benefits overlap in weight management and vitality, yet diverge. Zone for steady progress, Keto for swift shifts. Challenges highlight commitment of planning for Zone, resilience for Keto. Exploring further, real-life adaptations reveal nuances. A Zone follower might thrive on variety, mixing Mediterranean flavors with Asian stir-fries, keeping boredom at bay. Keto enthusiasts experiment with fat bombs, chocolate treats from coconut oil and cocoa, satisfying sweet tooths carb-free. In terms of long-haul impacts, Zone promotes hormonal zen, potentially easing PCOS symptoms through insulin control. Keto's ketone production might enhance epilepsy management or even cancer support. The research evolves. Pitfalls persist. Zone's carb allowance could tempt overindulgence in refined sources, undermining goals. Keto's high fats, if saturated heavy, raise cholesterol concerns for some genetics. Ultimately, choosing hinges on your body's cues. Do you crave balance or boldness? Both empower, but alignment matters. Due to time constraints, we will stop here. I hope this video is useful to you. If it can help you even a little, I will feel very satisfied. Save the video to your playlist if you want to listen to it again at any time. Please like and share it with many people, because sometimes a timely message can change a life. And don't forget to subscribe to the Healthy Start channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss the next valuable videos. Goodbye and see you again.